burning views. We are so happy to have you back with us. Thank you so much for the loyal. Joy. Yeah, however, thank you so much for coming back. And guys, if you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe. Alrighty. Beautiful people. And we have a very special guest today. But number one, ladies.
Dumelang ma Africa, this is your girl Olebogeng Molefe, and I'm back again, Kibena the views.
And of course, this is Olebogeng the Oleigh, of course. And walona ka sebele ruri ke Lydia Lydimelo.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's your boy Reggie FlexPro, and you know, man, we here burning views.
Finally! Finally! They have not been wanting me to appear, guys. It's the husband, by the way, the one who commented and everything. So finally, I have to have a voice. L8r, guys. Thanks.
Welcome, Mr. Tumelo. Alrighty, guys. Alright, again, last time, subscribe. Okay, today's topic is a rather sensitive topic. It is a necessary topic for us, but I feel like we have to kind of tread carefully, well, especially, because I will admit, as much as I can think I understand and feel like I empathize and sympathize and all those beautiful words, I grew up with both my parents. So I can never, ever say I fully comprehend what everybody else has gone through. So me claiming I understand that completely will just be me like patronizing everybody. However, I'm not going to even play that. What I'm going to do is try to find out information and experience and hopefully learn from that. Alright, today's topic, guys, it is the impact of growing up with an absent father or mother. Whether it was your mama or your daddy, but somebody, we are talking about that. We want to understand what after 10 years, does it still affect you? Does it still make you sad and all of that? I am going to start with the beautiful ladies because so I'm going to start with the woman. Basically, that's
special
right.
treatment, you know.
Plus, there's a guest here. We were supposed to honor you first, you know.
Honorable.
Amen. Anyway, ladies, growing up without a parent, whether it's your mom or your father, how would you say childhood back then, and where are you now?
Okay, fine, I'll start. With me. Okay, my dad was I don't know how to explain it, but I didn't necessarily need him until he came on my teenage.
Why
I compared my life to my friend's life. Sometimes have Papa this, Papa that, Papa build this, Papa bought me this, and I'm like, now where is he to buy me those things? Where is he to advise me? Now where is he for just like all those people back home, Papa does this. As much as they hate it, I never had a moment like that. So it felt like I was missing out until to this age. I was like, did I really miss out?
Yeah.
Did I really need him?
Yeah. So yeah. So you feel like probably him being in your life would have not really altered anything, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll slave. I know. It is burning views. It is the burning of the views.
Okay. Now with me, I grew up without both my parents, and I was raised by my adoptive parents, but the gap is still there. the minute you find out or you do have parents out there, it's when you question everything around you. You question how they talk to you. You question how they treat you. The things they do not do for you that are being done for other kids. You know, a lot of people, but when they look at my life, but it's I was spoiled, but I wasn't. Certain things I got them because I had to, you know, work very hard.
Yeah.
To get them. And certain things I got them because of, you know, society. You know how tlhokomela ngwana. You are afraid for people are gonna say, Ramu, you know, that thing ya gore batho ba tla reng, ba tla Ramu mistreated.
Yes.
If we do not get her diaparo tsa Christmas,
Yeah.
batho ba tla reng.
Yeah.
You know, it was all that. And having to pass through the saddest and the difficult moments in life, you know, having to choose between my adoptive parents and my biological parents, being at a point where I can't choose and I have to be out there on my own without family.
Yeah.
And it was hard because you start hating them. I hated them.
Wow. Yeah.
I hated them because if they were there were certain things they would have happened. They would have protected me from certain things. They would have guided me, you know. Honestly, certain things I regret, if ever
You had your mother and your father.
yes, especially with my mom,
Yeah.
you know. And with them being in my life, at times I do appreciate that they back, but
It doesn't make a difference.
Doesn't make up for lost time.
Yeah.
Yes.
It would never. It
because
would never.
the pain is still there. The hate, honestly, it's still there. Because even if they have their way,
I'm sorry. Is it necessarily hate or resent? Is it like resentment or actual full-blown hatred?
What's the difference, if I may ask?
I wanted to ask that because I don't think I understand the difference between the two.
The thing is, you get to a point that also rebellious towards that parent.
Yeah.
Because of my So hatred, the resentment, so I think what you combine at some
Yeah.
point in your life.
Not half and half.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think maybe that's where she's coming from.
Yeah.
Because now, only a certain way you wish to just sit and be like, look into my heart and see how I want you to love me.
Wow.
Or fix up for whatever you missed.
Lost time.
Let's rewind and then protect me if I say this here.
Yeah.
You know, that's
Could
the-
it be that they don't know how to love you now because they never really got to really know you?
Exactly.
So they don't understand your type of language of love.
Yeah, if I may say, that's
Yes.
not my responsibility.
As a
As
parent.
a child.
As a
As a
child,
child.
Yes.
Okay.
it's not my responsibility to do so because
Yeah.
as a child, I did not ask you Molefe. You took that decision to hore, I want a child.
Yeah.
And then le kopane le le babedi, whether ka lerato or not. But when a child abating, you made a conscious decision or you want this baby.
Yeah.
You know, so I can't put the blame on me to say that it's my fault that this happened or he's not here or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's too much weight on my shoulders. So it is only up to them. But it doesn't change the fact that it takes away the pain to say I forgive myself. The pain will always be. I mean, it's the same thing as you would get into a car accident
Yeah.
and walk away with scars. It doesn't mean that the scars will heal.
Yeah.
Pain is pain. It will remain there. But it's what you do with it.
I mean, they do say internal scars take forever to heal, unlike work actual physical scars. So I get it.
And you know, bona ba tsene ba leng absent, but they have this thing ya hore o tla aba feel hore wena you are the responsibility now. Like whatever they did back then, you should just move on, forget, and then as if they've always been there. As if they've always been there, and you don't even understand their reason why they were not there in the first place.
Yeah.
So it like batakadi unnecessary reasons, unnecessary excuses that actually don't make sense.
And with my adoptive parents having to tell me reasons why my parents were not there, and when you look at it, it actually makes sense.
Your story is actually quite interesting. If you don't mind, or to go deeper into it, can I? Wonderful people. She was raised by the two people that took her in and adopted her and raised her. However, they were still relatives to her biological parents, or rather biological mother. So she grew up with her mother, her biological mother, around, but never really knowing her.
She's my mom.
She's your mother.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to understand, when you finally found out, did you confront her? Did you ask, or was she the one Lydimelo? Nah.
How I found out, guys, it was actually a fight between my adoptive mom and my biological mom.
Yeah.
My adoptive mom didn't want her to introduce herself to me, or rather for my biological mom because of lifestyle and the reasons that we keep away from
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and all that. But now they were fighting for you know.
Yeah.
And it was late.
So you found out kind of accidentally.
Yes, and I ran
Wow.
off.
Wow.
When I came back, it was Mapolisa and all, so we didn't actually
Get to
fix
sit down and talk
and
about
talk
it.
about it and, you know, question and all that. So she had to run to Joburg, and I didn't have that relationship with my adoptive mom for a we can talk about anything. It was that cold relationship. She loves me, she takes care of me, but that's that.
Yeah.
As a young girl, there are certain things I didn't even know. I had to find out about them post-rate.
That's true.
Like
I hear you.
being on your period. I didn't know what being on your period is. I had to find out from other people or friends for not what's actually going on.
Yeah.
This and this is happening.
Yeah.
You know?
Fellas, can I talk to you some more? Listen, we know fathers already roles about in their children's lives, especially in their sons' lives. As for it, they're supposed to be the protector, the provider, but more so in my view anyway, a father is like a living example of what a man should be. So you like what the best role model any child can have is a same-sex parent. So I want to know, growing up without that example, saying as a young man and now as a fully grown man.
From my side, I know a man, but I don't know a father. I know roles that men play, and I never had a touch or a scent or a feeling of having that relationship. Understand? Okay, from a young age, it was I was very talented in a lot of things,
Yeah.
sports-wise, singing and everything. So I would mostly travel. Understand? Mom would choose support your body. I used to playing sports and doing something else. But then there's this negative energy I'm getting elsewhere. Dad, why don't you go to my sports show? Also, understand? And I feel as if this man, he hates me for something that I don't even
You don't even know, yeah.
You understand? But then as time goes on, I mature. I get to see things
Yeah.
in a deeper level. I would notice the behavior in my own father when I'm with him, in town, or you know, us going somewhere local. You understand? Him looking back, the highs, the taking of contacts and everything. You understand? And I knew the type of woman my mom in the area.
Yeah.
You understand? And I wasn't that kid who would tell mom, no. But then mom got to experience, she got to see, you know, this man is this image of this man. Like, this man I'm so in love with, this man. Like, my mom took the year 2009, my mom sit me down and she was like, Papa, how come I'm not going to this was going on, and there are bigger things, like, you know, that they doesn't do.
Yeah.
But then I want you to sit down with me and get to understand what I'm actually talking about. My mom spoke to me as a young man when maybe one day she was hoping for me saying, I'll talk to you proper before what actually happened. Understand?
But she was supposed to do it before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then the year 2009 my parents got divorced. I decided to stay with my mom. My son stayed with a man I don't know. You understand? So I decided to stay with my mom and my little brother. My little brother was coming in and out my uncle, and then during weekends he's coming to live with us. So the year 2011, it's around about 8 I felt it before they could tell me. All possible. It's like I went through a feeling in the way. My mom came to me and said, look after your brother and I repeated the same year. I repeated the same year. During the same year, that was like since 2009, it was the first appearance even on my own father. Ever since I never asked, he never appeared, he never bothered to come and shake and things like that. But then it made me so angry towards him to a point that even during the funeral of my mom, I could see the mistakes and I could see the prints, like the pain edges of one, besides everyone, the whole family. You understand? So during that year, it was so hard for me to a point that I started even fighting. At Molefe, you guys, I want you to understand this. I'm fighting for to the table of mine and my own brothers. You understand? That's the reason why the man reappeared in the year 2008.
Wow.
Not to bury my mom.
Wow.
Not to, you know,
but for his own
then,
benefit.
Yeah, you understand? So we come from the background, say no honey. Our parents sometimes they won't recognize when we
The damage.
and you end up looking for that else. Like I know love. I felt love. I've been a home, like basically like for me to miss that, for me not to have that anymore. I'm shy. And it's so hard to paint that way. Even I've tried looking for that in some of the girls I've been with. And the action away they are just like, what does this people have? You know what I mean?
Does it mean?
Am I not one of the people right now they deserve to be happy and things like that? I had to go counseling, I had to speak to someone because even the character I was being someone who I didn't even recognize myself.
Yeah.
Every time I would look in the mirror I would see tears like running through my cheeks. So it's from my point of view, it's like I'm growing up with pain and I don't want pain anymore. Where do I find happy? Where do I find love? You understand? So I've been single for the past 2 years and sometimes it's mostly because of that. You understand? I don't want to be part of something similar. It's gonna
Be with somebody who might end up in another abandonment. I get it.
so yeah, it's that.
Yeah.
First of all, this is depressing. Oh my gosh. Wow. You know, this not having a father present in your life, it's destructive. Especially for a boy. It's very destructive. And I'll tell you how is it destructive. First of all, you witness your father beating your mother at 5 years or 4 years old. I'm a sharp turning her into a punching bag at 4 or 5 years old, right? So you can imagine, when did the trauma start? 4 or 5 years old, looking at that, right? You see your father bringing women inside the house from 5 years old.
What if your mother is there?
No, while my mom is
Still
at
married,
work.
just at work.
So, you know, and I've walked my life as an empty shell. And the unfortunate part is that I never really got people who would understand my pain. Because, in a sense, is that it's you feel numb. You feel like a hollow, like a hole that needs to be filled, but then there's nobody to fill it. You try to communicate it to, starting from a very young age, your mom, first of all. Your mom, now remember, your mom saw it all. She's carrying her pain, she's carrying your pain on top of that, and the pain of your sisters on top of that.
Yeah.
So you as a child, you don't see, obviously, but your own pain. One dollar. So in my life, I struggled with trying to become something I don't know. Trying to become something I haven't seen. Because you all your life you heard people say to you, no, you've got to become a man. Oh, what man? How do I even know how to become a man? No, where did I see it? Where did I see it? So eventually, which says, to me, it says that I had to do things the best way I could, you know. So it built a cocoon around you, and also in that cocoon screaming out, help, 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 I'm drowning, help, I'm drowning, help, I'm dying, help, 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 help. And then to find you look back, there was never anyone to say, okay, my son, I know your father's not available or your father's not there, but we as men, or me as a man, I can take you to my way to say, let me show you the way.
Can I ask you a question? As Mama is such a religious person, like when it comes to going to church, like she goes to church religiously. We grow up as black people knowing the whole community. So there were people were getting mama. Were there ever times where anybody from maybe or community or any man a father figure for you, to you? This question here go
life is not like movies. Life is not movies, and that's the unfortunate part. So much as I wanted somebody to be there for me, nobody was there for me as a male. Whether in or in the community. See, you know, I've seen that men are very special creatures in the sense of they only focus on what they want to focus on, and that's the end of the story. Meaning, my family is my family. So I can't focus on the next door kid.
Yeah.
You understand? So no one was there for me. So I had to find things out myself.
You had to figure it out.
Yeah, I had to figure it out.
Yeah.
With me, at some point my mom had to move on, especially because my dad left Mama Santana Alamunyinya.
Yeah.
So my mom had to move on, and she actually got married. Ne? And this man, I'm so glad, and I thank God every time he was always there. He loved me like his own child. He took me from that space I was at, ne? And then he loved me. Just when I started appreciating how I have a father in my life, just when I'm getting emotional, just when I felt a father's love, I felt that, you know what, this is what I needed in my life. God said, for who? For what? I'm taking him. And that moment, my little brother is young. He doesn't even know him. He lost. Okay, I think my little brother was 2 or 3 years old. Now he's young, so he never.
Never really met him fully.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you know, papa, how you walk like your dad. But what are you talking about? Because I don't even know what you're talking about. And then I'm there to explain to him. Okay, and I'm there to explain to him, Hore, Papa nale bokhali. Papa nale sweet. He was quiet, the most quietest person ever. But he asked me a question, how will I know that when I never had a relationship with him? And then there was a time my mom and he was like, when I get na papa how you to love me. Now that one broke me apart. Because now it's like, okay, there's women in wherever he moves, but there's never a man. How do you fill that space? I've tried so many times, but how do you fill that space?
Yeah, you
And
can't.
especially with him, like my dad was, you know, my dad is still alive. My biological dad is still alive. I'm fine with him. I don't want him. It's fine. But with my dad, the one who passed away, I felt everything that I've ever wanted. And then God decided, why didn't you take that one? Because he's useless. He's never done anything in my life. You take somebody who loved me wholeheartedly. Why?
And if I may, that's where the pain is. Your stepfather did his job. He showed you, or he gave you a very valuable thing, like as much as he could.
Exactly.
And at that, you're still very happy with, because I can see it in your face. You're actually smiling about it, and that's good. That's good. The pain is where you talk about your biological father.
Yeah.
You know, your DNA, your blood. Someone who you know, of course, brought you into this world, but doesn't give a single damn about it. So, and that's where the pain is. That's where the pain, where you see that other boys or other girls are growing up with their fathers, and doing
I guess
all of
that's
that.
why I questioned God. Why didn't you take him?
Yeah.
Because he didn't love me like this one loved me.
Yeah.
Like, nka replace lerato la Oli. At least because all in the stepfather, I couldn't understand if ever doesn't rad because I didn't want to hide. But any own radile who pala my own father.
Yeah.
So I think that's the thing happy. I just wish all could have been gone. At least my stepfather could have been here on and treated just like his blood. And honestly, God, I thank you because of that all with love. I don't know how to explain it.
And that's what matters really. I mean, I've worked life 30, 32, 33 years of my life seeking, and still right now seeking to, you know, have somebody present as a father who would basically fill the gap
Of all those years.
all those 32 whatever years. Like, we're still looking for somebody to actually fill the gap. Look, guys, God is not stupid. God presented 2 parents, you know, and each and every single one of them, when parents decide to have a baby, you have 2 spirits inside of you. You have the blood of your mother and the blood of your father. And the sad part is, both of them have a role to play. So if one, the other one is not present, what does the scale do? It tips. It will so. You know, and it's one of the things that Lamphudi pointed out, why is society as it is? Because there are no fathers available. There are no fathers to teach boys on how to be men, on how to be fathers. You understand that? That's why boys are over emotional. Because now
They were surrounded by females.
you understand? So and it's a little bit unfair to boys who grew up without fathers, because of they are over emotional and they are taken by their emotions. Guys, now for me, I'm a very over emotional person, and there's nothing that irritates me more than that. You understand? So it says, if I'm over emotional, I can't put action on something. I can't decide to do something. I'm undecisive because of emotions. There was no one to set me straight and be like, okay, dude, this is it. This is what we're going to do. Toughen up, chief. My mom had to focus on 4 kids alone, Joe. And she's a woman. I wouldn't even blame her if she was focusing mostly on the woman, because she has no idea on how to be a man.
Can I?
Sure.
Wonderful people, we are out of time. We are out of time. Thank you for joining us. However, we are going to keep this discussion going, meaning this very same topic we are going on with it. So if you want to keep